Howdy, howdy. Yeah, I'm just going to talk about this album, which is KARNIPRIYA debut, and it's been reiterated against itself to become just called KARNIPRIYA by Cale Anderson now. Originally it was called Debut, that was the album, and it was for a band called KARNIPRIYA. So the band was going to be called KARNIPRIYA and the album was going to be called Debut. But I've decided against that this year, as it's been on streaming platforms before under the band name KARNIPRIYA, but it just didn't feel right. And, you know, with me, I have like so many times where I'm like, oh, I might delete Cale Anderson and start something new, like have a different kind of vehicle for my music. And then like the next week I'll decide, actually, don't worry about it. I'm going to stick with Cale Anderson. Yeah, so this album is on its way to getting distributed right at this moment. Like it should be out next week, at the end of next week or the week after. And yeah, it's got 7 tracks, I believe, or 7 to 8 tracks. But the original track list looked like this. Well, you can't zoom in, but it had a song called Bye on it, which is going to be on the deluxe edition of the KARNIPRIYA album by Cale Anderson. But like looking over these notes, like when I was building this album out, I went pretty crazy, and like the checklist of things to do for this album was immense, and I'd spend, you know, weeks and weeks on just one song for the project. Originally, I was going to have some other artists feature on it. It just ended up getting really expensive. Like I was gonna get a dude named Daddy to do an animated music video for every song, and I was going to get him to create one every 2 months so I could, you know, financially support that thing. So I was going to do everything except for the last track, which was going to be the Pad 666 instrumental, which is just an instrumental version of one of the songs. And to do a 4-minute to 6-minute animated music video was going to cost $927.77, so almost $1,000 per song. Which I'm pretty happy I didn't do that, because KARNIPRIYA was not successful. And it's not going to be successful this time either, which is not my kind of agenda anyway, because I'm not trying to make money or market my music as being like attribute success to getting a certain number of streams. Success to me is just building the thing and having it exist for the future generations. So that would have cost like, you know, $9,000 for just the animated music videos. And I was going to get a few collaborators. A session singer was going to cost me $300. A viola and violin player was going to cost $280. A cello player was going to cost $500. A singer-songwriter was going to cost $300. I was going to use her for Joking Round in Love when I didn't have lyrics for it yet, but I ended up writing the lyrics for it. And I had this whole plan. KARNIPRIYA, this is the persona, wears a saggy beanie over the top of his incredibly curly, luscious wig. Cale created KARNIPRIYA to be a vehicle for the audioglyphs he has stuttering and jamming with each other around his head constantly inside him, and a manifestation of feeling, hearing, understanding, implementing, and living in the muse for almost a year straight, working 14-hour days on average, producing, mixing, mastering to envision and bring into reality the world that is the introductory KARNIPRIYA installment, a beginning and introduction of many more audio worlds to come. And this is written on Monday the 18th of April 2022, so 3 years ago. During the solo in Clap Hands cover, there is a strings arrangement. Automate that sound so it goes from left to right, and automate volume so it's pulsating. Add some stutters to puzzle pieces, a very complicated one this time. Do a whole range of different drum beats, sidechain to the noise gate so it's ever evolving and barely repeating. Re-record all vocal lines on all songs with Focusrite ISO 1 except for Clap Hands, but add layers if you want. So I had like this checklist of just a million different things to do to this project, like literally and most of them I actually did. So I was actually listening to my past self for once and doing something that I thought would be cool. Yeah, all right. So KARNIPRIYA is going to be out soon to the one person who cares. Me. And yeah, it's going to be the final thing. It's going to be what it was just supposedly, I guess, meant to be. It's just this thing that now exists, that not everything that went into it was worth it, and not everything that I wrote down came to fruition. Like I didn't get all the collaborators, and I didn't do the Logic session breakdowns and stuff like that. Didn't do the animated music videos, but I've got like the majority of things done, I think. I'll just show you before I go. If I go to caleanderson.bandcamp.com, this is what I've been working on too, is these two. So the second I miss it is The Moment I'll Never Live. That's coming to online stores. And then Cale's Country Stash Bag with a bunch of songs is coming to online stores as well. Who's Gonna Love You by Amelia Nicholas cover is coming as well. And yeah, this is the new album cover. It's hard to see. Pardon me. It's hard to see on the screen, but yeah. It's like two pigeons here. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Like two pigeons kissing. Or whatever the fuck they are. I might play a song off of the album. Forgot I fucked up, scored I won't place. Miracle wish or fireways. So cringy topics don't relate with me. Losing myself in my own means. To triangulate the mission staple, colon fears the mountain crumbles. Losing myself individual loves the bound. Copious handfuls of disciples following the cult's shackles. Ghosts widen their fixed horizons, losing themselves, losing themselves. These puzzle pieces fit them all together once they're lined up straight, puzzling elastic states. Forgot I fucked up, scored I won't place, miracle away, surefire ways. Yeah, I can't really remember the lyrics, but thank you. I'll see you later.